What if I told you that the real reason Amazon employees were striking had less to do with pay and benefits and more to do with human dignity? Amazon is one of the biggest companies in the world with millions of products shipped every day. But recently, Amazon has been facing a massive wave of strikes and protests from its workers. But why though? So why are Amazon workers so upset? Off the top, obviously, money. Many Amazon workers feel like they're not getting paid enough. Even though Amazon has raised wages in recent years, workers still say it doesn't keep up with the rising cost of living, especially with things like rent and food getting more expensive. What makes this even worse is the pay gap. This is exactly why they tell you to never ask people how much they make, because 9 times out of 10, you end up getting your feelings hurt. But in this case, everybody knows who Jeff Bezos is, what he does to earn a living, and exactly how much money he makes, because it's public record for the most part. Now, while Amazon's top executives and shareholders are making hundreds of thousands and in some cases millions of dollars, the people working on the front lines like warehouse employees and delivery drivers feel like their work isn't fairly being rewarded. I kind of feel them on that. I'll give you an example. Major shareholders made about $4 per share in 2024, which doesn't sound like much, but when you do the math, that $4 adds up real quickly. But let's forget about the small fries for a second. See, the real reason workers are fed up might be due to the fact that the owner and majority shareholder of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, who everybody knows, is a 41% shareholder. And this past year, his net worth increased from $70 billion to $107 billion. If you break it down by the hour, Jeff Bezos makes a mind-shattering $7.99 million per hour. Like, bro, $7.9 million an hour? Like, what can I do every hour if I made $7.9 million? I could think of some things. Meanwhile, the average delivery driver on average makes around $30,000 to $35,000 a year. That breaks down to about $15 to $18 an hour. That's lunch money, man. $15 to $18 an hour versus $7.99 million. Bro, I feel you on that one. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Man, I would kill for that kind of wage. But here's the thing. A big issue here is really job security. Many Amazon workers are on temporary or contracted jobs, which means that they don't get benefits or stability that full-time employees do. And that's leading to more workers demanding full-time roles with better healthcare, paid leave, and other benefits. And if you add in the fear of automation, AI, it's even worse. As AI, robots, and systems take over more tasks in Amazon's warehouses, workers are ever worried about losing their jobs to machines. I mean, let's be real. Your anxiety can be overwhelming. Now, when you add that to some of the working conditions, it's a Molotov cocktail for disaster. Warehouse jobs at Amazon are physically demanding. Workers have to meet super high productivity targets, sometimes working long hours without any breaks, and that can lead to exhaustion. And this is where we get to the underlying problem that might be an even bigger issue than pay. See, everyone deserves respect, and dignity is a basic tenet of human life. So sure, they get to go outside and catch a smoke break and blow off a little steam, but I mean, it's not just the physical strain or the wages. See, those things can be addressed with the stroke of a pen. But respect and dignity are a deeper rooted issue that plagues workers, and not just at Amazon, but at every sector, public and private. Alright, so let's put it into perspective. Amazon uses advanced technology to track every move workers make, from how fast they're picking up items to when they take a break. This surveillance can feel dehumanizing, and it adds a lot of stress, especially when workers are penalized for not meeting targets. But let's say that you do meet your target. You come to work, you do what you're supposed to do, you work and you're efficient. Workers say that the algorithm is relentless and adjusts to your productivity. Now, if you didn't catch that just now, what that means is as you complete tasks, you get more to do. And the more you get to do, the longer you end up working. The longer you end up working, obviously the more exhausted you are, leading to injury and sometimes burnout. But you know what it doesn't account for and compensate for accordingly? You guessed it, you pay. You don't get paid more. You just do more and be more tired and stressed out. You just freak it out. You want to pull your hair out, but you don't get more pay for that. How are you going to replace your hair after you pulled it out if you don't got the money to pay for it? So what are workers doing about this? Well, they're pushing for unions. If you didn't know, a union is a group of workers who come together to negotiate for better pay, working conditions, and benefits. So what's the problem? Amazon has pushed back hard against unionization. For many workers, joining a union feels like the only way to get real change and fair treatment. So here's something to think about. If your packages happen to be just a little late this Christmas, try to remember the sacrifices regular people just like you have to make every day for your convenience.